Good evening. I'm Dr. Fred Rouse, the Relay Doctor, and it's currently just a few minutes before 7 on Sunday, April the 12th. And I'm here today with today's daily recap of events that affect you and your ability to get, protect, and enjoy your money, life, and retirement. And today I'm going to get to facts and personal biases. They're interesting things. And I had an interesting conversation I'm going to share with you in just a few minutes. Anyway, the current COVID cases right now are over 550,000 in the United States. Over 550,000. Right now, we're over 21,000 deaths in just 3 months. New York State had 189,000 cases so far, and over 9,300 deaths. 6,900 deaths of those are in New York City by itself. New Jersey is currently at number 2 position, as if it were some kind of a race or not, but it's really not, with 61,000 cases. Almost 2,300 deaths right now, a little over 2,300 deaths in New Jersey. Now, when you hear a number like that, 21,700 deaths, okay, it's a story. It really is a big story. However, when you find out that it was your mom or your dad or a friend or coworker, that story turned into a personal tragedy. So for each one of those 2,300 deaths right now in New York and New Jersey, for each one of those 9,300 deaths right now in New York State, for each one of those 21,700 deaths so far in the country, there's a personal tragedy attached to each one of those. And every day, the numbers are rising. More and more people are getting sick, and a percentage of those are dying every day. Every day there's more and more healthcare workers, police, firefighters, bus drivers, delivery people, store clerks that are dying. The real tragedy is that so many of them just end up being part of the story. Just a number, they're part of the story. And we ignore the fact that behind those numbers, unless you were personally touched by the death of a friend or coworker, that these people have fallen victim to a virus, that it's just easy to blow this entire thing off. It really is, because you don't think of these numbers as individuals. You're just bombarded with them every day. And, it's a big thing to grasp. And because it's uncomfortable, wouldn't like to think about it. Facts and personal biases. Fact is, those people died. A lot of people died. Personal bias is how you react to those things. And we'll get into that in a little bit. But right now the president's talking about reopening the economy because the current projections are now for only 60,000 deaths instead of the original 200,000 deaths that they were talking about originally. Now, that's right now over 10% of the population is unemployed. And yes, the economy is hurting big time. And with over 93,000 dead right now, individuals are hurting too. Okay? Because each one of those people had family somewhere that grieves their loss. There's a lot of people that are hurting. Now, the only reason that the numbers are down right now from the earlier projections are because of the social distancing and the shutting down of all non-essential work. We're in basically week number 3 of that right now. Okay, that's supposed to end up going until the end of the month. And the president has got a date on the calendar, May 1. That he may or may not do things, but May 1 is the target date. Now, the interesting thing to note is that those numbers came down from the original projections because of the fact that we're doing social distancing and all the non-essential workers have been shut down. Now, the places that haven't done those things are going to see the numbers go up. Just as sure as the sun comes up in the morning, if you haven't done social distancing because of the governor, okay, or because of your religious leaders that say, oh no, we want to have church gathering, everybody should be here, okay, if those things have happened, this will catch up with you. Without a doubt in the world, it will catch up with you. It's just a matter of time. Now, if you want to open up the economy, and that's a good thing to do, you need to get the testing done. Okay. What the president is not doing is getting the testing done. Right now, there have been over 2,700,000 tests done so far in the United States to date. That sounds like a really great number. 2,700,000 COVID tests were done in the United States. It's a great thing to say at a podium. It sounds really, really good. However, you have to realize that the population of the United States is 327 million. So from January, when we knew this was happening, to now the second week of April, with everything that everyone's done so far, we've tested less than 1% of the population. Now, we really need a president that leads, that puts the country's interest ahead of his own and ahead of his personal friends and his business friends. Certified financial planners have been doing this for years. Certified financial planners have a duty to put their clients' interest ahead of their own and to act as a fiduciary whenever they're doing any financial planning or giving any financial advice whatsoever. Okay, they're required to put their client's interest ahead of their own. Now, if that's mandated for financial planners, would you really expect less from your president? See, it really doesn't matter what you say in a briefing or at a podium when you get daily direct reports from affected governors that can't get the tests in their state, from frontline hospital workers, EMTs, police, firefighters that can't get tests. Okay? That's in sharp contradiction to whatever is happening in a podium or a press briefing. The president needs to use the Defense Production Act, not just on the except for limited basis that he's used it right now. Yes, he signed it. That was wonderful. He signed the Defense Production Act. But it's not being used except for the production of ventilators, basically. It's very limited use right now. It's being actually used the way it's supposed to be used. Right now, because of that, state governors are forced to try to figure out on their own ways to handle a national crisis at a state level. And it's not working out really, really well. He needs to name, the president needs to name a single, non-political military person with a serious logistics background to take charge of the full supply chain and get a coordinated federal response to this national problem and get the testing done. You can't possibly send people back to work before you know if they've got an active case of COVID or not. It just doesn't make any sense. Every medical person says so. This is not just me, it's every medical person. Now, tonight I was making some notes for the show, and I got a private message from somebody I really respect, a rabbi that I know. Really sharp guy. Really is. He coaches people as his business, basically. He's a sales coach. And he coaches other salespeople on how to sell things and improve their sales. And he's a nice guy. And he's watched a few of my shows and he emailed me and said, why do you get so far into the politics? If you don't like Trump, that's okay. Really, it's coming out in what you say. And that might not be the best thing for you. And, he said, a lot of clients, they won't want to work with you because of that. And he said that politics are toxic, especially in these days. And I'm looking at this, and again, he's a nice guy. And I said, I've got a problem with incompetency that's killing people. I'm not trying to get everybody to like me. If they do, that's okay. If they don't, that's okay too. I don't have a problem with that. Okay? And he tells me, well, it doesn't serve your bottom line. Well, if I was trying to sell something to everyone, I wouldn't say all these things. I would be very couched and not say anything about the president, not say anything about the Republicans. I wouldn't say anything about the Democrats. I'd be nice, middle of the road, and not say anything at all. But I'm not. I'm retired. My only goal is to help people get protect, and enjoy their money, their life, and their retirement. So anything I say or do is to that end. Now, I know I can't help everybody. I can't. There's only one of me. Okay, I have a limited program that I help people with. They can't get into the program until they talk with me, and they go through a lengthy application process before they get to talk to me. So I'm not trying to sell anyone on anything. If I can help somebody, that's fine. If I can't, that's okay too. I understand that. And I told them, you can't convert a Christian to a Jew or a Jew to a Christian. You just have to recognize the differences and build on the things that you have in common if they have an open mind and can accept basic facts. And I thought that was a very reasonable response to his bottom line question. And he wrote, well, the problem today is the facts aren't clear either. Well, I had to let him know that the facts are really clear in most instances. But it's someone's personal bias that prevents them from accepting the facts. That's the problem. It's the personal bias. And again, he's a sharp guy. He's a spiritual guy. He's a rabbi. He's supposed to be spiritual. And he's a deep thinker. Okay, and you have intelligent conversations with him. And he writes, well, but how is one to know who has the personal biases? And there was absolutely no delay in my response. I said, self-reflection helps a lot, but it's painful for a lot of people to do it, to question their own beliefs. And he acknowledged that, and we moved on. But that's what I said on day number 1 when I started doing these recaps, okay, to spend some time in meditation every day. Okay, people are busy looking for ways to survive, recover, and actually thrive, and they are out there. Without a doubt in the world, they are out there. Okay. However, the most basic thing is to start with yourself. If you want to survive, if you want to recover, you want to actually thrive, start with yourself. Stop trying to control other people and circumstances. It's difficult to do, and it's blatantly wrong. Okay. You don't want someone trying to control you or what you say or what you do or what you think. Neither is anyone else. Okay. If you spend some time, you can control and you should control your mind. The problem is we've always allowed ourselves to be spoon-fed by politicians and talking heads on TV, cable shows, and podcasts. Whenever we're asked about something, okay, all we do is parrot back what we've been told from those sources without ever questioning their biases or the biases of the people and networks that control them. Spend some time with your mind. You'll find a few things that you might not like about yourself. Okay? And you may have thought back when you spend some time with yourself, well, maybe I wasn't so kind to this person. I shouldn't have said that. And maybe when I did that thing, that wasn't the nicest thing to do in a world, and I probably shouldn't have done that. And you take some time and you reflect on your actions, what you are now, what you've done in the past. It's okay. It's part of the learning process. It really is. And we all go through it, and we spend some time. When you spend some time with your mind, you learn some really amazing things. And if you keep doing it on a consistent basis, it's just like exercise. You'll get stronger and healthier. And when situations come up, you'll be better prepared, both mentally and physically, to handle them. That's when you know you'll survive. You'll be able to recover, and from whatever happens, you'll actually be able to thrive. When you spend time with your mind and you reflect on yourself, amazing things will happen when that happens. So this is going to be a short show tonight. I just wanted to touch base on that. It was an interesting conversation, and I just want to make sure that you were aware of what was going on with that. Again, he's a sharp guy. Okay, and we may have differences. That's okay. You may have differences with somebody else. You may have differences with me. You may not like everything I say or do. That's okay. But can I help you move ahead? Can I help you survive this time? Can I help you recover after you survive it? And can I help you thrive as you go forward? I think I can. If that's of some help to you, that's fine. We can certainly get together and I can see what we can do. But if not, that's okay too. I'm not trying to sell you on anything. Again, I'm Dr. Fred Rouse, the Real Money Doctor. My only goal is to help you get, protect, and enjoy your money, your life, and your retirement. So, I will be posting this on YouTube tomorrow. There'll be a link there on the YouTube, on my channel. The Real Money Doctor is the channel. And there'll be a link on the video. It goes to a page. On that page, I have a number of links, some of which were going to be interesting. One is a present. Every day I put a new present up there. Okay, there's a box up there at the top of the page. You click the box and a present opens up. It's something different every day. On top of that, there are other things about news, COVID, the stimulus payments, okay, for individuals, the IRS, how to contact them, things concerning healthcare insurance if you don't have any, and how to look into see what's available for you. So there's a lot of interesting things there. Some things for kids, some things for adults. Okay, spend some time, take a look at those things, like and share the video. Again, I'm appreciative that you're here. I'm glad that you're here. I look forward to spending more time with you tomorrow at 7 o'clock when I do the show again. So again, I thank you for your time. I look forward to seeing you then. Thank you.